Welcome to your Week 11 edition of the Park's Finest Fantasy Football Weekly Wrap-Up. This week, we saw I'm With Her 2020 advance to a 9-2 record, taking a commanding 2-game lead over the next person, with a 7-game win streak and the first person to clinch a playoff berth. He also has almost 400 points scored more than the next guy. Brandon's making most think that this is going to be an easy one in the playoffs, so keep that in mind going forward. That's all I can say. The night is still young, but damn does he have a good team. Let's see how it keeps going. Anyway, in second place, we got She Unit and God Bless Comerica at 7-4. We got The Gift of Brad, 6-5. Super Freaks, Carry On My Wayward Son, Bass Kicker, and Kiko freaking Torres all competing for those last 2 playoff spots with 2 games left, and we have the Nexus at 4-7, and Patrick's my homie, who I'll get to in a bit, better known as the Newlywed Killer, is 2-9. As I said, we have 8 teams going for playoff spots, with 1 team already clinched it. It's getting good, guys. It's getting good. Anyway, first up, we got the Fish versus the Lion. We got Bass Kicker destroying Carry On My Wayward Son, 182 to 143. This week's player of the game was Dak Prescott with 49. That's pretty damn good. Not bad. We had Stephon Diggs with Bass Kicker with 32. Julian Edelman with 17. Travis Kelce with 23. Not bad, Manny. Looking good. He actually couldn't have done wrong with Kirk Cousins, the backup quarterback, with 41. Danny Dimes couldn't really catch a break. Didn't have a player over 30 points. Phillip Rivers let him down hard, playing against Kansas City. He started Kenny Golladay, as we know him as Team Lions. Really got let down by his Lions players with 4 from Kenny Golladay, 1 from TJ Hawkinson, and 3 from the kicker. Danny, you're going to have to pick it up. Anyway, moving on, we got the homie versus the freak. Patrick's my homie ended up destroying the Super Freaks, 199 to 169. This one really wasn't close, folks. Really not much to say. Amazingly, John Brown was your player of the game. Patrick's my homie. Got his first win last week against She Unit. This following week defeated the Super Freaks, fully making him the Newlywed Killer, as I said earlier on. Congratulations. He waited until now in order to show us his toughness. I have been saying forever, Patrick, you're my homie no longer. Anyway, he only got 21 from Mahomes, still was able to win. The real story here, other than Brown, was Chark from the Jaguars with 33, and he got a big day from the Rams. Super Freaks got let down hard by Allen. Not a very good start. Tried to get cute with trading Tom Brady, and look where it ended up, even though Tom Brady had 8, mind you. Still, what are you gonna do? This one I don't want to talk about anymore. So anyway, moving on. We got the Father-Daughter Bowl. Definitely want to talk about this one. She Unit destroyed the Nexus. Honestly, destroyed with the 57 margin. 179 to 122. This week's player of the game, somebody told her to play that guy. Frickin' knew he'd go off. 32 from Calvin Ridley. What a game, let me tell you. Give me a second here. She Unit got a lot of help with start of the week, and somebody should have been up at midnight to pick this guy up. Let me tell you, Derek Carr had 26. She got 32, as we said, from Ridley, 19 from Ertz, 22 from Mixon. She got 24 from Mack, who ended up getting hurt, which may play into this week, as we'll get into a little bit later. Nonetheless, we got We got the Nexus over here. I mean, the Nexus has lost 6 straight, folks. He needs to get his stuff together. If he doesn't, Patrick's my homie. Actually has a chance to catch him. He got 20 from Winston, 4 from Schuster. He started David Johnson on a bye. Is that what I see? Oh, okay. I get you, even though you probably should have known to bench him. He got 11 from Mike Evans and 11 from the tight end. There's really not much we can do, and there's really not much more we're going to say about this game. Anyway, moving on. We got blowout of the week. We got I'm With Her 2020 destroying Kiko freaking Torres 215 to 134. Let me tell you, on the message boards and the word on the street is Kiko freaking Torres is all but throwing in the towel. He had won 4 straight prior to this one. But he thinks I'm With Her 2020 is going to win the whole thing. It's safe to say Kiko freaking Torres is with her 2020. That's for sure. Anyway, Kiko freaking Torres got let down hard, big time by Zach Pascal with 3. He's tried to get cute with Reynolds, who only got him 8. That Chicago defense hopefully comes in big for him this week. Not much with that phone glitch. 14. The team that everyone's saying is going to win the whole thing ended up getting 47 from Lamar Jackson, 37 on an off day from Christian McCaffrey, 30 from Michael Thomas. I mean, what are you going to do? The guy even benched Jimmy Garoppolo, who had 47. Wow, he couldn't have missed. We'll see how it goes, as I said, later on in the season. But Brando, you're definitely the favorite. Anyway, moving on. We got Game of the Week. We got The Gift of Brad versus God Bless Comerica. These are usually better, as I'm told, when you win. But don't worry about it. They're still fun, as you'll see. The Gift of Brad ended up defeating God Bless Comerica. Give me a second with Seth freaking Rollins over here. 167 to 137. Jared Allen was your player of the game and this week's pickup of the week, further proving that Brad is never sleeping, folks. He's always awake and he's always hunting. As I said, he got help from Allen. He had 28 from Ingram, 20 from Jones, and the real story on the other side, unfortunately, is Tyreek Hill got hurt, only getting 0 points for God Bless Comerica. He also got let down by Vance McDonald, and looks like 8 from Dallas. Checking out the bench real quick. Brad didn't make a mistake as he benched Carson Wentz, and everybody else is on a bye, so what are you going to do? Really the same thing. Baltimore's D, don't think would have factored in, although that's a little bit of a mistake. But as we said, this week's Game of the Week, Brad goes 1 step ahead, further making himself, I believe, in 4th place. That wraps that one up. Looking ahead to this week, as I should say tomorrow, we have the Super Freaks, who have lost 6 out of the last 8, going against Kiko freaking Torres, who has won, I believe, 5 out of his last 6. Big game there. Winner of that game almost guarantees himself a playoff spot, so good luck to you, Keith. We got Patrick's My Homie versus the Nexus. Like I said earlier, if Patrick's My Homie wins this game, it's possible that he does not end up in last place. This guy started 0-9 and he refuses to quit. Respect. We got the Gift of Brad versus She-Unit. That's a big one, especially with playoff contention on the line. A lot of teams are actually probably going to be rooting for the Gift of Brad, believe it or not. You got God Bless Comerica going up against Bass Kicker, who refuses to bench a couple of his players. We'll see how that goes if he goes with the out Connor. And anyway, we got I'm With Her going up against Carry On My Wayward Son. Good luck to you, Danny Dimes. Lord knows the rest of the league's rooting for you. Anyway, that concludes us. Thank you guys. Don't forget to be awesome.